Partners in crime or just good friends? A Clark County councilman was back in court today in the Jamey Noel case.
WDRB Stefan Johnson explains the issues that took center stage in the case against the councilman and Clarksville police officer John Miller. Stefan?
Well, good afternoon, guys. Behind me, John Miller was back in court today on two motions, one to dismiss the case, the other to change of venue. And again, this comes just days before Jamey Noel is set to be sentenced. John Miller wears a lot of hats. He's a Clark County councilman, a Clarksville police officer.
State of Indiana versus John Miller III.
And right now he's a defendant in a high-profile case involving former Clark County Sheriff Jamey Noel. On Friday morning, Miller was back in court on two motions.
I think the first one that we should take up is the motion to dismiss.
Defense attorney Bart Bateau doesn't dispute Miller's friendship with Noel.
Yeah, he could receive a profit from Jamey Noel buying him dinner.
In court, Bateau argued Miller accepted gifts from Noel, but as a friend.
Now, there's nothing in there that indicates that my client was aware of where the funds were going for. State points out in the probable cause affidavit these guys were friends. They were great friends.
What is a profit? Is a profit meals? Is a profit concert tickets? Is a benefit or a profit going to concerts and travel?
The prosecution says Miller accepted meals, concert tickets, and other gifts from Noel without disclosing it to the council, and voted on funding requests from Utica Township Volunteer Firefighters Association and a New Chapel EMS, which Noel oversaw.
We're not even here if he fills out one form. I have a conflict of interest. I work for New Chapel. I am good friends with Jamey Noel.
Finally, the defense requested a change of venue because of pretrial publicity and the court of public opinion, bringing in several hundred pages of comments from Facebook posts about Miller.
Chris Hickle says, it just keeps getting better. I hope that SOB, Mr. Miller, goes to prison and gets treated the same way his inmates were treated.
Judge Larry Medlock will now consider the motions as he prepares to sentence Noel on Monday, after the former sheriff pleaded guilty to 27 felony charges.
I think our legal points are valid and compel that the case be dismissed.
Meanwhile, after the hearing, the defense explained the argument behind the motions.
The problem here is that no crime was committed. He didn't do anything wrong.
And again, Jamey Noel set to be sentenced behind me here on Monday. Of course, we will be here and have that for you live on air and online. Meanwhile, the plea deal calls for 15 years in prison with 3 years suspended to probation.